Okay, good morning, everyone. Today we're going to look at what we mean by the lowest common multiple and the highest common factor. And we're going to look at a technique for finding the lowest common multiple and highest common factor using something called prime factor decomposition. So let's have a look. First of all, we need to know what we mean by both of these terms. So lowest common multiple, it says here, is the smallest number that is a multiple of both of the numbers. So an easy way to find the lowest common multiple is we can list them all out. So for example, if you're finding the multiples of 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 120, etc. Multiples of 25, 25, 50, 75, 100, 125, etc. And you're just going to look for the lowest number that is in common, which in this case is obviously 100. Now, the highest common factor, this highest number, is the factor of both numbers. Bear in mind, of course, that factor is going to need to leave an integer result when you divide it by a factor. So again, we can list out all of the factors. So factors of 36 are going to be here 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 9, 12, 18, and 36. And your factors of 45 are going to be 1, 3, 5, 9, 15, and 45. So you can see we've got a substantial number of factors here. So in order to find the highest common factor, you're just going to look for the ones that have in common and find the biggest one, which in this case is going to be 9. So that's a relatively easy way if the numbers are relatively small. Now, if the numbers get substantially harder, we need to do something a bit different. So what we're going to do in that case is we're going to do something called prime factor decomposition. And what I suggest you do to do some prime factor decomposition is you do use the idea of repeated division by prime numbers. So in order to do that, what you need to do is you need to remember all the prime numbers, which I'm just write them down at the bottom here. So usually the ones you need to worry about, 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, 17, 19, etc. Now, obviously, there's a fair few more than that, but these are the ones that I've rarely seen a question that goes beyond 19. So what you're going to do is keep dividing each number by the lowest prime number that you can, and keep going till you reach 1. So here we're dividing 36. 36 can be divided by 2, which gives you 18. 18 can also be divided by 2, which will give you 9. Now, 9 can no longer be divided by 2. So now we're going to go to the next one here, which is 3. And then we can divide 9 by 3, which will leave 3. We divide 3 by 3 again, which will now leave 1. And so we can write 36 as 2 times 2 times 3 times 3, or 2 squared times 3 squared. So in order to use this technique to find the lowest common multiple and highest common factor, what we need to do now is we're going to use a Venn diagram. So we're going to put the two numbers. In this case, we're going to have a set here for the factors of 25. And over here, we're going to have a set to show the factors of 42. And what we're going to do is we're going to put each number into the correct section. So for example, 25 is 5 times 5, 42, 2 times 3 times 7. So there are no numbers in the intersection here. So we're going to put 5 here and a 5 here. And we're going to put the 2 and a 3 and a 7 over here. So what this means, therefore, is that the highest common factor of 25 and 42 is just going to be 1, because there are no numbers in the intersection. So this gives us an important rule. The intersection gives the highest common factor, and the union gives the lowest common multiple. So if we look at this, therefore, the highest common factor will be just 1, and the lowest common multiple will be 5 times 5 times 2 times 3 times 7, which is going to be 1050. So let's have a look at another example. So here we've got 120, which is 2 times 2 times 2 times 3 times 5. And 147, which is 3 times 7 times 7. What we're going to do again, we'll put the numbers into the relative sections. So no 2's go in the intersection, but there is going to be a 3 in the intersection. And so with 120 and 147, the highest common factor here is going to be 3, because there's only a 3 in the intersection. And the lowest common multiple is going to be given by 2 cubed times 5 times 3 times 7 squared, which in this case is going to give us 5,880. Just one more, let's try a different one here. Yeah, let's try this one here. So here we're going to find the lowest common multiple and highest common factor of 100 and 504. So for 100, basically we've got 2 2's, and there's also 2 2's in 504. So put 2 2's. It's always a good idea actually to cross off as you go. Make sure you don't miss anything. So you can see 504 can be divided by 2 once more. So we'll put that over there. And then we've got 2 3's, again crossing off as we go. And we have a 7 over here. And we've got 2 5's over here. So from this, we can see that the highest common factor is going to be 2 times 2, which is 4. And the lowest common multiple is going to be 2 cubed, because we've got 1, 2, 3 2's here, times 3 squared, times 5 squared, times 7, which is going to give us 1,260. Okay, hope everyone has enjoyed today's video, and like, share, and subscribe.